Okay, fired up. 3, 2, 1.
This is very
More
energetic.
time with Myriad. You got Coach Jared here.
And Coach Marta.
We are currently at 2 degrees outside, so we have our winter gloves and our winter hats on. I'm supposed to get into the negatives tonight, I believe. So with that, we're going to talk about habits for the winter time. I guess just habits in general that would carry over for whether it's winter or summer
you can do
or
them any
spring
time of
or
the year.
fall. But it is the new year, and we are excited, kicking off, new challenges, new things, new yous, all that good stuff. But sometimes it's just like, it's just about finding a good habit, a good hack. I love me a good life hack from that perspective. So we are each going to share 2 things that we have been using or have recently instituted into our lives.
Yeah.
Would you like to share yours?
Sure, I can go first. The first one is something I've been doing for a really long time. I've probably been doing this for like over 10 years. But every morning, the first thing I do in the morning is I warm up hot water and I mix it with some pink Himalayan sea salt and a little bit of lemon juice. You can sprinkle a tiny bit of like coconut sugar in there if you don't like salty water like I do.
Okay.
But I drink that first thing in the morning.
How much?
A mug.
Okay.
It's probably like
12 ounces, 16 ounces?
It's not 16 ounces.
Okay. 8, 12?
It's probably like 8 or 12 ounces. It depends on the mug I choose that day.
Okay.
Which depends on my vibe. But anyways.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna ask more details. Go. You tell me what you're doing, and then I'm gonna ask questions.
So I drink that hot water first thing before I drink coffee, before I brush my teeth, before I do anything else, because it is a good way to just get hydrated in the morning. Mixing up that combination of salt and acidity. You could do it with lime juice too, and maybe that sugar is a nice like homemade electrolyte hack as well if you don't want to buy the other ones or the ones that are really sweet. It also gets your digestive system going in the morning, which is really good too and is super important. So been doing that for years.
Yeah, I'm a similar vein of that. I usually have a 20-ounce water bottle, like one of the regular gym water bottles you see. I fill it up with water and pink Himalayan sea salt as well the night before, a pinch or so in there. And every morning I wake up, that's the first thing I do. And one of the biggest things that I've found is, and you know this as well, is just like you sleep for 8, 10, 12 hours and you're dehydrating your system, your body for that long a period of time. Like you need to get your muscles, your brain, everything needs water to start working again and be fluid again and moving again. And so it's so important to get that right away in the morning. And a lot of people don't. So why not just? I don't enjoy it necessarily. Sometimes it feels like a forced habit or forced effort.
Well, you're drinking cold salt water.
Well, yeah, and but like I know it's good for me.
Yeah.
And it does like just starts my system right away.
I do actually enjoy it.
Okay. So that's what's the difference, like chugging 20 ounces of that or drinking 8 ounces hot, which you pick, now you got it in between. Figure out what works for you from that perspective. Your hot water, do you like wake up and have to like leave your room and like go to the kitchen and boil water and then come back to it? I feel like that's always hard to do. Like it's a lot of extra effort and work.
Yeah, I do do that. I do that, but I also know some people like doing like a hot water kettle instead because that's easier. I don't know if they make those that are on a timer.
I think they do.
Which is probably like even more of a hack for people who don't want to have to get up out of bed.
Because some people like wake up with their coffee ready.
They do. I'm a French press person, so I boil my water.
I'm a pour over person, so I also boil water.
I boil my water. So.
And also, to those who do wake up and just drink coffee right away, try not to. Try to wait 90 minutes before or after you wake up. Like drink water first and then have your coffee. It actually, there's science behind why that's better. I don't know the science, but I know there's science behind it.
Yeah, and that being said, I drink my hot water, and then I'm usually drinking like room temperature water after that too. But that's just like my first thing that I do to get started in the day.
Love it.
Yeah. What's yours?
Mine is recently we started doing factor meals. So Factor, Factor. It is delivery meals, kind of like similar to all the brands that have been out there before. Factor's been around for a really long time, and like Blue Apron's another, and there's a couple other locally. They have Herculean Meal Prep, which is out of Bottle Works, and there's I think this spot up on the north side as well. They freeze all their stuff. Factor doesn't freeze any of their stuff, which is what I really enjoy about it. So essentially, you put in an order. Like if I put in an order this week, then next Monday, or like we get 10 meals delivered to us. It is a little pricey. It's like $150. So you're looking at like $12 to $15 per meal, somewhere in that range. but they're never frozen, and usually it takes anywhere between 2 to 5 minutes per meal to cook up.
Yeah.
And they're delicious. Like, I don't think I've had a single bad one. I might have one bad one out of like 30 now. But I've enjoyed, and they're all flavorful, rich in flavors, which I found to be in some of the other brands that I've done in the past not good.
Especially if they've been frozen. Sometimes that takes away from the flavor of
totally.
stuff.
And it's really allowed me to eat healthier and like focus on my nutrition. And I've actually had a few people compliment me and say I look stronger as of late. And be like, hey, I've actually been eating a little bit healthier because I'm not eating
meals.
because I'm not going out and eating and ordering DoorDash every single night, because now I know I have a relatively healthy meal. Those who track macros, like, it has the macros on there as well, so your carbs, fats, and protein numbers on there. So yeah, it's been great. Highly recommend to people. If you're interested, I think I might have a coupon code or something I can give people.
Do you also work for Factor?
No, I know I should. I know. I just as of late, I've just been so excited about it.
What's your favorite meal that you've had?
Actually, I just had the chicken mushroom risotto one.
That sounds good.
It was actually fantastic, especially since it's 2 degrees out. It was it was very good, warm comfort food. So, Factor meals, love it, and I don't know how long I'm gonna love it because I usually fall out of love with things, but this right now. It's exactly what I need.
Cool.
What's your next one?
Okay, so this one is new. 2025, my goal is to get better sleep.
Yes. I support.
I know you do. I have had a really bad habit of like watching TV before bed and stuff, and I know that does not do well for my sleep, but I need something to I need wind down time before I go to sleep. So I've been replacing that wind down time of TV, with reading again, which is really nice. But after I read, I am now using sleep meditations to help me go to sleep and stay asleep.
Nice.
I was having a lot of problems with, I would always fall asleep fast, but then wake up a lot throughout the night and get really inconsistent sleep. So I now use sleep meditations. I use an app called Insight Timer.
Yes.
There is a paid version and a free version. I just use the free version. I think you just get more options on the paid version maybe, but they specifically have sleep meditations on there. So what I like to do is called Yoga Nidra for sleep. We do Yoga Nidra at the yoga studio.
That sounds familiar.
But these are specifically ones to get you to fall asleep and stay asleep better. And I just put them on in my room. I usually fall asleep so quickly to them that I don't even know what they're talking to me about. The idea is that they'll kind of get your body to relax. They'll usually get you to steady out your breathing. And then they might continue on for 20, 40 minutes, and then they just turn off. So, and when I use them, I do sleep through the night. It's really nice. Better sleep.
Have you ever done the actual someone telling you a story, like sleep story version, or no?
I've tried that in the past. If I wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep.
Got it.
Those ones don't work as well for me. I like the Yoga Nidras where they're I focus on my breathing, and then it's literally relaxing your body to get you to go to sleep, which is it works well for me.
And I have to ask, so do you listen to it out loud or with headphones?
I listen to it out loud.
Okay.
I do have a partner at home.
Yes.
He does not go to bed at the same time as me though, because he's really nice and he knows that he snores and that I actually hate sharing a bed. So I go to sleep first and then he falls.
Nick, I will tag you in this, just throwing it out there.
It's an agreement, an unspoken agreement we have between us. But yeah, sleep meditations, they're awesome.
Yes, I was just going to add to that. We've been using Calm, which I know is another similar app to Insight Timer. And Calm has sleep stories on there as well. We use them with our daughter and have been for probably 2 or 3 years now, to where she listens to a very soothing, ASMR-esque type person reading a kid's story to them, essentially, or some made-up story. And our daughter sleeps, she goes to sleep to those every single night. So it's relatively similar, probably not as specific as a Yoga Nidra path.
Yeah, but it's probably better for kids.
I mean, probably as well. So
yeah.
So yeah, Calm has a phenomenal. I'm sure there's others out there as well if you're ever interested. But I love that.
Yeah, I love it too because I'm sleeping great.
I'm jealous because I'm not.
Well,
there's other reasons.
Listen to your Yoga Nidra.
Yeah.
What's your final?
So my other habit, kind of hack, was one of my Christmas presents. Probably maybe not say this out loud, but my favorite Christmas present I got this year was a Go Ruck, a Rucker 4.0. So a Go Ruck is a rucking bag. So it's one of those book bags you wear, put heavy ass weight in it, and then just go walking. And what I found with it that's been super awesome is I'm a big fan of multitasking, which can be a good thing and can be a terrible thing as well, depending on what you're doing. But I take the dog for a walk. I put it on my ruck bag. I listen to a podcast or take a conference call or take a phone call for work. And so I feel like I'm doing 3 things at once because I'm working out while I am doing all the other things. Same thing if I take the kids for a walk. I can put it on and go for a walk with the kids or the family, and I feel like I'm working out while we're going for a walk. And it's the Rucker bag specifically is built for this, so it is pretty expensive because it's very, very heavy duty. You have to then buy a plate on top of it. Well, to put in it, not on top of it. I'm just saying, in addition, you have to buy a plate. And that plate can be relatively expensive too. So the whole package is pretty ridiculously expensive. But the good news is you can make one of these bags at home on your own. I know you've done this before with the Maybe Fit Challenge. I know many other people have. It's like, grab a backpack, throw heavy books in it, throw, what'd you say you threw? Canned soup and stuff?
Cans of beans and stuff in there.
Anything that's heavy. If you have dumbbells, if you have weights, sure, you can throw those in there. Books, like any, library. Phone book or what's the other big book I'm thinking of right now?
I don't know, an encyclopedia.
Yes, that's actually exactly what I'm thinking. See, I can't even think about it.
If you still have those in your home.
Yes, I was going to say, you still have those. But anything heavy you can throw in there, and all of a sudden you have yourself a ruck bag, and then you can carry that. I'm actually working my way up. I can only do I have a 40-pound plate, which is pretty heavy, and I can only do 10 or 15 minutes before my shoulders, my traps, everything kind of got destroyed. But I've been working my way up to 30 minutes, just like you do with any other workout, and it's been a lot of fun. So I've enjoyed that. I encourage you all to try that out as well.
I love rucking.
Yeah, you hike all the time, so I think
it's a very similar experience. Yeah.
Cool. Well, hopefully one of those 4 things struck you fancy and maybe something that you try to do. Don't necessarily bite off all 4 of those things at once.
Do that.
If you have further questions on any of those tips or tricks, let us know and we'll be happy to answer. Anything to add?
No, that's it. Good luck on whatever your goals are this year.
Yeah. Stay warm.
Yay!